The War Within pre-patch hits today, boys and girls. It's a big one, so prepare yourselves for prolonged server.
Let's celebrate and suck some dick.
That'll be happening, I'm sure, as the WoW community lifts up in excitement with pre-patch today. It's going to be a long one. We're expecting it to be down, servers to be down for, what is it, 11, 12,
Servant,
1, 2, 3.
we have a realm to destroy.
Servers will be down 4 more hours than usual. Killer. Thank you for the follow and welcome to our Scourge. So let's get into what exactly is hitting today and in the coming days as we head into the War Within. Big changes are hitting. That's right, Radiant Echoes, the pre-patch event. Now, if you were excited to get in and do that today, that's not something that's happening today. That'll be hitting next week. July 30th to August 26th, you'll be going around Azeroth, different zones in Azeroth. Specifically, I believe there's one in Kalimdor, one in Eastern Kingdoms, and another in Northrend. So you'll be running around doing that event, killing the Radiant Echoes, getting the currencies, doing all the fun stuff. Don't forget, August 19th, your Mists of Pandaria remix characters will convert over, and you'll be able to use the currencies from this event to buy them some extra gear, because all of that's going to be warband bound. Very nice. I interrupt this news segment to bring you a grave message from Samiccus himself. I call myself many times a man of the people, and that's exactly what I am. I'm here to give back to the people. You can win yourself an epic edition by watching 1 hour, just one measly hour of my stream. Every hour of stream you view, you get 1 point, and you can use those points to enter the giveaway. The more you watch, the better chance you got. Subscribers get an extra 5 entries into the giveaway, so join the stream. Come on in, stop by, say hi, and enter for your chance to win an epic War Within edition. That's right, get your early access, get in, and be the degenerate you truly are. So, moving on, what are warbands? If you don't know, you're probably lying to yourself. You know what warbands are. It's the new character select screen. You got 4 characters, but it's more than that. It's more than just a, facial change for what your character select screen is. It's really a binding of a lot of gear to multiple characters. Now it's going to be warband bound. Currencies will be warband bound. You'll also, what's it called? Faction reputations and things like that will be warband bound. A lot more to talk about here, and we'll get into it a little bit more. Skyriding is also coming. Yes, dynamically fly across Azeroth on all of your favorite oldie mounts. I cannot wait to get on my Ashes of Alar and watch those ribbons spin around as I dynamically fly all across Azeroth. Now remember, it's called Skyriding. There will also be your regular flight style. We're going to talk a little bit about this as well. Skyriding and warbands really are the big changes that are hitting today. Visions of Azeroth. Strange visions are calling out across Azeroth. Players who have reached level 70 and have completed the final chapter of the Dragonflight questline will be able to take their next steps in the story leading into the War Within with the Visions of Azeroth questline. So that's going to go live. You'll be able to go in and do that quest as well. I believe this is going to be next week, guys, though, to head into the Radiant Echoes events. I could be wrong, could be hitting today, but I don't have an exact confirmed date, so we'll have to see Visions of Azeroth, whether or not we can do that today. But really, you just got to have level 70, be ready to do it and finish the Dragonflight questlines. Characters. Dragonflight content is now the new default for leveling up from 10 to 70. That's right, so it was Battle for Azeroth, now it's going to be Dragonflight, which is good because the story really does set up the War Within pretty nicely. Guilds will now be able to invite characters on different realms. That's right, there will be cross-realm guild bank functionality as well, so all of that will be live. The bank stuff will be alive in 11.0.2, so not quite yet, but guilds will be able to be cross-realm now. New human racials, so no more, diplomacy. That has been removed. No place like home will be the new one as of today. Your Hearthstone cooldown is reduced by 5 minutes and gains an additional charge. RIP diplomacy, one of the better ones in the game. Unfortunate casualty of warbands. The character restoration service is temporarily unavailable starting today, and then paid character transfers will no longer be allowed between different Battle.net accounts as of today. They're gone. I kept warning you guys in my previous videos. Do it if you want to do it, because as of today, that will no longer be available. And unlike character restoration, this is never coming back. So it is gone, boys and girls. Leveling up to 60 boost now provides level 327 eye level gear. That's right. So yeah, the character boost has now gone up. It was 180. Now eye level 327 if you boost your character up to level 60. In addition, there's a bunch of classes, class updates, class changes. I mean, you guys can watch how I scroll through this thing right now. I'm going to link these patch notes in the chat and in the video on YouTube. You guys can go through this stuff, but it is immense. It's basically a summary of all of the changes that have been made to all the classes. I mean, Hunter is like freaking 10 pages long. I also saw DK is super long. You guys can dig into these for your own classes and specs. I'm not going to read through all this shit on stream today. That'll take absolute hours. Moving on to items. The item levels of leveling gear have been adjusted to be rewarded at approximately item levels through 70. Appropriate item levels through 70. DPS trinkets and items with additional effects reduced by 33% for tank and healer specializations. We know the tank, issues, the nerfing of tanking in general has been happening, and all of this is on top of that. PvP, new solo queued rated battleground blitz. Rated Battleground Blitz is an 8 vs 8 battleground at an accelerated pace that you and your friends can queue with for solo or duos. Yes, or queue as a healer. There you go. So get in there and you can get that stuff done in PvP. Arenas, all arena maps now have levers. Players can click on to indicate that they are ready for the game to start. Once all players have hit the lever, the arena will start with a countdown of 10 seconds. So there you go. Basically a ready-up system for arenas as well. You rat, read it. You won't. You're scared. Yeah, I will not. You're true. That's true, Moishi. I was moving on from that to some class adjustments for PvP as well. Death Knights, Demon Hunters, Druids, Hunters, Mages, Monks, a few adjustments, Paladins, Priests, basically every single class and spec is getting a few little updates here and there for PvP. Professions, new abilities, concentration. Yeah, what's this? Concentration is a resource that you have a separate pool per crafting profession. It represents your ability to heavily focus on your recipes and exceed your normal capabilities. You choose when you want to concentrate using a button within the crafting window, empowering your next crafts, and doing so will cause the craft to automatically reach the next level of quality, no questions asked. So taking out a little bit of the RNG in crafting and putting in this concentration ability, which you could trigger to basically ensure that you're going to be crafting some of the best stuff. So are the classes stuff today? Yes, the classes stuff are getting updated. You're going to see some class tuning going on today in the pre-patch, Malden, so you can get out and test that stuff. A user interface and accessibility, character selection screen. That's right, characters now display up to 4 characters on your warband screen. Yeah, you can reorder those characters and move them in and out however you want based on the little sidebar. You'll be able to click and drag your characters. Characters are clickable and rotatable. Hovering over a character will provide you with more information on that character, including class, spec, profession, and more. A search field has been added as well to the character list, so you can easily find characters for all of you insane altaholics. And then artwork updates and clarity improvements have also been made to your character select screen. We see quests and map navigation, added new 3D badges and icons. You'll see a bunch of new stuff on your maps when you open them for questing and things. A bunch of stuff all the way from arenas to flight masters, checkboxes. You can actually sort through things. There's a whole bunch of stuff coming, and actually more coming in the War Within when it comes to maps as well. They've taken a lot from Final Fantasy. You're going to see a lot of these updates have taken a lot from a lot of different expansions, actually. Objective Tracker. Updated Objective Tracker. Minimize settings are now on the top left. Top leveling quest tracker header. Okay. New animations on the header. Objectives, icons for in-progress quests have been added and updated as well. That's nice. You basically see 3 little dots now for a quest that you're currently doing, so you can tell what you're up to. Spellbook updates have also been done. There's a ton of stuff, including new looks and art and all that stuff. So, and it's more easy to navigate. New options. Yes, new options. Option to replace spiders with alternate creatures is coming, different crab boys and stuff like that. A bunch of quality of life changes. The mount journal has been updated. Upon learning skywriting, the skywriting talent tree is now accessible. We'll be able to talk about that here in a second. So moving on, everything we know about warbands. It's a big one. There's a lot to talk about with warbands. But the main thing is, upon logging in, and this is what's going to break the servers today, upon logging in for the first time today, after the patch goes live, the process will automatically enable many of the game's progression systems to be account-wide. Players will not need to log into each character individually for all the progression items to convert over. However, there may be a short wait time for the system to completely process your warband for the first time when you log in. The warband conversion process can take up to 20 minutes or longer. And depending on the amount of data being processed, there could be a login queue. So basically prepare yourselves. Guys, it's going to be a long one today. Yeah, sounds like a fetish. Indeed, everything does when you're thinking about things the right way. Mother of worms. Indeed, this is going to be the thing that breaks the servers today. I really believe it. I think warbands are going to kind of set back the servers a bit. Just prepare yourselves for a very long login queue, guys. The new warband system is effective for all characters on your player's Battle.net account and items, collections, and progress they share. It is important to note that your warband is limited to the characters within a single region, which is why no more, transfers across accounts and things like that. So if you have an account for the Americas and an account for Europe, they're going to be separate. You can't have warband characters across both. But it spans every realm, faction, and even subscription that you may have within that single region. So there you go. It's just regionally locked. That's the only real limitation to warbands. Skyriding's the other big feature unlocking today. We'll be flying across Azeroth, riding on your favorite mounts with the new skyriding animations and everything for your old mounts. Originally known as dragon riding, skyriding is a transportation method introduced in the Dragonflight expansion that is being expanded. And how far is it being expanded, guys? 464 mounts will now have skywriting available. That's right, you'll be able to skyride everywhere. Now, when it comes to the War Within, skywriting will be the default version of flying around in Khaz-Elgar and all the new zones. You will actually unlock what is known as steady flight once you hit cap level. So steady flight is, the regular version of flying. You'll be able to transition between the two. That is essentially your way of flying around, without having to worry about dynamically moving and stuff like that. So that'll be unlocked at the end of Burning Crusade. For now, you can actually do, though, dynamic riding or sky riding and steady flight all over Azeroth. So you'll be able to transition between those today. You'll be able to test those out. There'll be skywriting glyphs, 38 in total, all over Khaz-Elgar. It's basically achievement locked, so you can go around and get those for achievement purposes, but it doesn't have anything to do with the skywriting talent tree, which is what we did in Dragonflight. That tree has been updated and scoped down, so you see Dragon Riding's version of it here, and they've kind of shrank it all down, so now it's more easy to look at, easy to select things, and you'll fill this thing out completely once this new version of it comes out. That is it for skywriting. The Harbinger questline will also begin. The Harbinger questline is required to begin the new quests for the pre-patch cycle. So if you haven't done the Harbinger questline yet, that's the one where you go talk to Khadgar and everyone else and get ready to do the new stuff. You're going to want to do that first, and then when pre-patch goes live, you'll be able to get in and do the new quests that'll introduce you to everything going on in Azeroth. I believe they're called the Radiant Echoes quests or the Whispers of Azeroth quests, whatever it is. But those will unlock the new pre-patch event stuff.
We have a realm to destroy.
King Bob, thank you for the follow and welcome to our Scourge. You need to be cap level, level 70 at least to do these quest lines, but you can participate in the pre-patch expansion event stuff, the Radiant Echoes, if you're just level 10. So that's a great way to level up characters once basically Mists of Pandaria Remix has come to an end. And then last but not least, to sum up all the dates for everything going forward into our raid opening up in the War Within, here they are. So today, Dragonflight pre-patch goes live. We're going to get the pre-expansion content. Moving on to next week, you'll get the Radiant Echoes events, which will carry us into the expansion, right? So then you're going to get on 8/22, if you got the Epic Edition, which we are doing a giveaway for. That's right. We're going to do a giveaway. You'll be able to get this early access if you win the Epic Edition. The War Within Early Access begins on 8/26. By the way, normal dungeons will also open. And on 8/26, the official launch of the expansion goes live globally at 3 p.m. PDT. Heroic dungeons will open, and Dragonflight 4 PvE rewards will retire. On September 10th, the War Within Season 1 begins with heroic raids opening up Raid Finder Wing 1, Mythic Zero dungeons, Heroic Seasonal dungeons, and New World bosses and PvP Season 1. Notice, Mythic Raiding is not opening until the next week. Mythic Raids will open, Mythic Plus will also open the next week, followed by Raid Finder Wing 2, and then the Raid Story difficulty opens. This is the new kind of single-player version of the Raid. And then last but not least, Raid Finder Wing 3 opens on 9/24, and we'll officially be fully balls deep into the next season of into the first season of the War Within. Dragonflight Season 4 officially ended today, so you'll no longer be able to get a bunch of achievements. We're talking about Gladiator and Draconic Legend as well. Those have now closed. If you haven't gotten your Mythic Plus rating all the way up to 2,000, that's also over. And then, as I said before, the War Within launches with the dungeons, the original dungeons, and then Mythic Plus opening up a week later with Mythic Raid once the raid opens. Crazy stuff coming, boys and girls, in the official launch of the War Within.